An old joke goes like this. A Gentile says to a Jew, "Why do you Jews always answer a question by asking another one?" The Jew thought and then replied, "Why do you ask?" Well, the Gospels illustrate that Jesus was often asked questions, on this occasion, his disciples, and that's fine. I guess we all have questions we would earnestly like to ask Jesus. But the question the Pharisees asked had a barbed, bitter tone to it. Why does Jesus eat with the riffraff, tax collectors, collaborators they were, and sinners, those who didn't keep the letter of the law like the Pharisees? Well, the setting of the question is quickly explained. Jesus has called Levi, the tax collector, Matthew as we know him, to become a disciple, to follow him. And he does. And this leads to a celebration meal at Levi's house, and many of his old cronies and mates are there, and the Pharisees are hovering. But look, the reply of Jesus to this sour question brings into sharp focus his controversy with these smug, self-righteous Pharisees. He quotes what would have been a familiar proverb around the Mediterranean at the time. It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but those who are ill. For our purposes today, it's a controversy about grace. The Pharisees represent those people who like to think that respectability or observance of certain ritual or custom or pride maybe in their own good works or just being a nice person merits and deserves God's favour. And in case we feel a bit smug, let's be honest and realise that attitude of self-confidence, self-righteousness isn't very far beneath the surface with any of us. The irony here is that the Pharisees think they are well and don't need Jesus, the great physician. But they've missed the point. They do. Jesus comes preaching such a radically different message, and it deeply offends and challenges the Pharisees and subverts their self-confidence, as the gospel of grace always does. Jesus comes teaching and demonstrating that God's heart reaches out to those who are totally dependent, humbly, on his free, unmerited, undeserved saving love and mercy. Of course, that includes the socially despised, the outcasts, the misfits, the riffraff, as the Pharisees would have seen them. But catch the irony. This amazing demonstration of God's grace reaches to and is needed by all of us. There is none righteous by their own merit, not even the Pharisees and their tribe. We are all by nature spiritually unwell and ill, totally dependent on God's saving grace to make us well. The Apostle Paul puts it so clearly in Romans 5:8. God demonstrates his love for us in that while we were still sinners, whether you're a respectable Pharisee or the despised tax collector, Christ died for us, for you. That's grace.